Hello and welcome back. And if this is your first time here, I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education, and I'm using some time today to go through some of the companies that people have been commenting on in the comments on my video. And today I want to talk about some of the news regarding NNDM and also talk a little bit about their stock price and what I expect to happen in the coming week ahead. As a matter of fact, in tomorrow's trading day, possibly for this video. Also in this video, I'm talking about 3D Systems, ticker symbol DDD, and then I'm also talking about Stratasys, as well as those three companies are currently going through their own round of drama. So check those out. And remember, if you're drowning in a river in Africa, but you don't want to admit it, you're probably in denial. So I do want to get right into it, and in this video, you'll be seeing me use the Moomoo app, and I will tell you later on in the video how you can get up to 16 free stocks by using my link down in the description. In the meantime, I wanted to just jump right over to NNDM, Nano Dimensions chart that we're looking at, and you can see the massive run-up that they've had since their earnings. Now, I will say I have not done any fundamental work on NNDM in a long time, so everything that I say is about the charts and what I expect to happen given the recent news that we have with Stratasys and 3D Systems as well. So you can see the run-up that we had following their earnings at the end of June. Nice big run up in the overbought territory the entire time, sort of settling back down as per the RSI. Price goes up, RSI comes down. We could be seeing a little bit of bearish divergence there. And I do expect that on Monday that we start to see that price start to soften a whole lot more, that we come crashing back down towards the 50-day. So if we look at the overall trend that we've had on NNDM, they are still a profitless company. And even though that they have a significant cash balance from all the hype that they had and the capital raises that they were doing while their stock price was up, and it was just a wonderful move by the CEO of NNDM. In the meantime, we're getting closer to that scaling date. And as what I remember from NNDM back in the day, that really we still want to see that profitability happen, but right now they still aren't returning to their shareholders. And so until they really start to get that traction and really get moving, I don't know that we'll see that. Like I said, I haven't done research on them in a long time. This is more of a technical analysis view along with some of the news that's coming up as well. All right, so here's what we've had. It looks sort of like a bull flag happening, but we are in the overbought territory. We are also right around hitting that resistance, which is currently acting as a little bit of minor support, but I think it's actually more like a hype and momentum that pushes us up through resistance. And I think that we're actually going to come back down onto this. It is possible that we end up coming back down below $3 per share. I think more likely, given how hard this thing could fall, we see 277. So that'd be another 10% down from that, possibly even settling a little bit lower, all the way down to $2.63 per share, given where we saw the support before, given where we have the 50-day at. And this golden cross is one that I don't think is a true golden cross moment for NNDM, at least in the short term, without doing more fundamental analysis, without researching current company news, anything like that. These are just the things that I see based on what I know. And we actually had today a piece come out. Let me bring up my web browser here so you can see the little bit of news. So let me pop this back up and go over here and go back to the top of this. There we go. 4 big deal reports. Stratasys finally agrees to talks to 3D Systems, spurns Nano. In other words, Nano Dimension, NNDM. So this happened. This report comes out on July 23rd at 4:28 a.m. So that's as we're recording today. This is today's news. Markets closed. That means when the market opens, we could possibly see NNDM starting to show that sort of softness, that where they're not going to be able to enter that agreement with Stratasys, which has a ticker symbol. You can actually see it right here on screen. SSYS, that's Stratasys, and 3D Systems is actually a little bit softer. We'll get into that chart in just a moment, but we can see if we go ahead and read this that Nano Dimensions out and that 3D Systems is currently in. And this is what we want to know for 3D Systems, is that should the deal go through, you get about 1.5 shares of 3D Systems, which is currently around $9 per share. So 1.5 of those is a value of $13.50. And then we also have $7.50. So, I mean, really, that I'm going off the closing price from Friday's market for 3D Systems, which I believe was $8.99. We'll go back and look at the charts and we'll be sure of that. but assuming it was around that $9 mark, 1.5 of those is $13.50. A little bit above that, add the $7.50 onto that, we're up to $21 per share for Stratasys. So when we look at that and you see that it's close to $21 per share, or maybe it should settle to $21 per share from where it's currently at. And grabbing a hold of those and taking that little bit of jump up from where it's currently at, I think is going to be difficult. But right now it's looking like 3D Systems and Stratasys, so the current greenish light go ahead that we have, although nothing official has taken place. It's just currently in talks, and that's the deal that they're talking about. And so far, I don't think that that deal's gone through. Let's go back over to Moomoo. And like I said, you can get your free stocks for Moomoo down in the description. So let's jump away from NNDM and let's instead move over to Stratasys, and then we'll get to 3D Systems. So SSYS. So assuming, actually, you know, we should stop by 3D Systems real quick. So DDD is the ticker symbol for that. 3 Ds in a row. Yeah, closing price $8.99. And look at this tumble that it's taken when it looked like NNDM was in and 3D Systems was out, because NNDM was putting in Stratasys at $24 per share, although if you go back and read that article that I had up for you, it tells you more details about that. It sounds like Stratasys did not like the offer that was made, and that 3D Systems is the company that's the better choice. So we'll see. So this is one that was sort of in a bit of a bullish channel and was trading above the 200-day, possibly golden cross moment, but then they were out of the deal, and so things started tumbling back down. But now with news that they could possibly be back in, we could really see this thing rally up from where it's currently at, and that would also by extension push up the price for Stratasys as well. So that's something to watch out for. So we could see a big move up for 3D Systems. We could see a big move down for Nano Dimension on Monday when the market opens. Actually, we could even see it in the pre-market hours. So be on the lookout for those two things. DDD up, NNDM down on Monday when the market opens, and Stratasys should move up a little bit with 3D Systems as well. And so let's move over to Stratasys. There we go. And you can see this little movement that I actually went up over to close to $22 per share. $21.72 is actually what's on the chart right here. And it has softened down to $20.27 as of the close. And if that does go through with 3D Systems, or maybe that 3D Systems stays near the $9 mark, this should be about 21. If 3D Systems goes up in price, take 1.5 times 3D Systems, add $7.50 on top of that stock price, and then what you'll have is the value here. So let's say it goes up to $10 a share for 3D Systems. Times 1.5, that's 15. Add on your $7.50 per share. That should be about $22.50 for Stratasys, at least as far as I understand it from that article that I have shown you. So, like I said, in this video, I said that I would be featuring the Moomoo app. So you can get 16 free stocks using my link down in the description. So as a thank you to yourself and to keep the lights on for this channel and keep me putting out content for this channel, you can go ahead and support the channel and support yourself by using that link that's down in the description. Here's the deposit amounts, $100 or more for the trading app that you see, which is absolutely wonderful and fully featured. And also the earnings calendar on it is top notch, and you get access to live earnings. $100 per share, 5 free stocks valued up to $2,000 a piece. $1,000 deposit, you get 15 free stocks. You get $50 cash rewards of both. $5,000 deposit, you still get the $50 cash reward. You still get 15 free stocks like you did with a $1,000 deposit, but you also get a free share of Tesla or EXPE. And I have to tell you, and I try to push this out in all my videos because I really do think it's one of the highest quality pieces that I put out there, and that's my Tesla stock price prediction and the Tesla earnings projection through 2030. It is available over at the Patreon. You can also find that link down in the description. So if you get that free share of Tesla for that $5,000 deposit, right now I have it projected out to be about a 5x stock from its current price. And it actually goes along, if you listen to the last earnings call for Tesla, Elon Musk was saying 5x, possibly 10x. So we'll happen to see. Right now, he and I are in alignment, and also watch my video on the Tesla stock price prediction. Even though earnings have happened, it's still worth looking at. Like I said, you can also join me over at the Patreon as well. It's just another way that you can support this channel by being a premium member, and you get access to my exclusive content, my early access content, and also a member of my private Discord community, which right now is pretty quiet, but I'd absolutely love to chat it up with all of you, hear your perspectives, hear the stocks that you're interested in, and talk with you about the opportunities that you see, talk to you about things that you want to know more about that I can help you with. Absolutely as much value as I can offer. That's exactly what I'm about here on this channel. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Remember, my friends, learning is earning, and we'll see you in the next video.